Hi, I'm Dr. Katie, and welcome to this part one of three in our mini series, Keeping Your Cleanse. Today we're going to talk about how to plan for success. And these videos are all about how to be successful with your cleanse when you're outside your home. And there's three main topics we're going to cover. The first is planning for your success. The next is how to eat out with ease. And the final thing we're going to talk about is giving up the guilt. I've done a lot of cleanses, and I've worked with a lot of patients on different dietary restrictions, whether it's the 3-week cleanse, the elimination diet, or through other dietary restrictions. And the techniques are very much the same to help you be successful, especially when you're outside your home, because that's where it becomes most challenging. And so today we're talking about planning ahead. And if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And this is really true when it comes to the cleanse. We don't live in a cleanse-friendly world. There's lots of foods out there that are not great choices. And the main reason that people end up breaking their diets is that there isn't enough food available. Research has shown that this is the biggest obstacle to remaining gluten-free for celiac patients, is that there's just not enough. They end up in a situation where there is no gluten-free food. And so we want to help you avoid having this situation happen to you. And so I'm going to share just a couple of tips and ways that you can do that. So the first thing that I want to talk about was offering to host. And so the easiest way to avoid, or my first tip for eating outside of your home, is actually don't have people come to your house. This is a really great idea if there's an ongoing social event, a book club, a family dinner that happens quite a lot, and you're looking at your weeks and you're thinking, oh, that's going to happen then. How am I going to negotiate this with my friends or my in-laws? And if possible, just having the event at your place can be a nice, easy way to give you total control. And you can cook exactly what you want and serve all of your friends like yummy cleanse food, which can be quite good. I mean, you don't have to make anything out of the ordinary. And this can be really a really great way to have that control and eat well while on the cleanse. The second thing is maybe you can't maybe you can't host this event. It will be at someone else's house. And so a great option is bringing your own dish. And this is great to just call up your host and say, I'd really like to bring something, whether or not potluck is typical in your crowd. If you explain that you're on a bit of a restricted diet and you'd really like to bring a side that you can eat and everyone would enjoy, that can be a really great way to make sure that at least there's something you can have at the party, and so or event. Good options for that are salads. So something like spinach salad with some dried fruits, some nuts, some homemade dressing. That's not something that's going to stand out as being particularly, oh, it's from a cleanse, but it actually is. And then the other thing that I really like to do is bring a side dish, especially something that's got lentils or chickpeas in it, so you get a bit of protein in case the main is not something that matches with your cleanse. And in the winter, I like to do sort of roasted cubed root vegetables with that, with sort of cinnamon and cumin in a salad dressing. In the summer, I like to do sort of cubed lighter fruits like cucumbers and tomatoes and basil. And so there's lots of different ways you can take lentils and turn them into a really yummy side dish, salad type thing that no one will really know that is for your cleanse, and because it'll just be so tasty, but it will be cleanse friendly and you can fill your plate up with mostly that, and know that you're not going to be hungry. So that's my best tips for bringing your own dish. And then finally, sometimes you're going somewhere, and those first two tips aren't going to help. Let's say there's a big work networking event or something like that, and you're leaving your house. My best tip for those situations is to not arrive hungry. And it seems simple, but you want your blood sugar on your side when there are temptations of cheese and crackers and those puff pastry canapes. And the best thing you can do is eat before you go, and then you're not hungry. So if there is something that you can snack on, like a veggie tray, that's great. And if there isn't, that's fine because you've already eaten. And so those are my three main ways of planning ahead to deal with eating outside your home. Again, offering to host the event, making sure to bring your own dish, and if you are heading out somewhere, avoiding arriving famished. If you like knowing these tips, you're already 3 steps ahead, and I think you'll be a lot more successful with eating outside your home, being able to avoid these types of barriers. So I wish you the best in planning for your cleanse, and we'll see you on the next part of the video series where we talk about restaurants and eating out with ease.